Good afternoon. Welcome to the OGTV News at noon. Doyinsola Ogunbadewa is my name. The federal government has summoned a meeting of the 37-member tripartite committee on the new national minimum wage for today in a major effort to beat the deadline, following organized labor's insistence on downing tools and declaring a nationwide strike if discussions on the new national minimum wage are not concluded by May 31st, 2024. Recall that organized labor under the platform of the Nigeria Labour Congress and its Trade Union Congress of Nigeria counterpart had on May 1st, 2024, in a joint address during the May Day celebration at the Eagle Square, Abuja, warned that if, however, the negotiation on the national minimum wage is not concluded by the end of May, the trade union movement in Nigeria will no longer guarantee industrial peace in the country. Determined to meet the deadline to avoid another round of nationwide industrial unrest, it was gathered that the government, through the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission, which is the secretariat of the new national minimum wage, summoned a meeting of the tripartite committee today with the Nikon Luxury Hotel, Abuja, as a venue. The Federal Executive Council, chaired by President Bola Tinubu, has approved the formation of a tripartite committee aimed at streamlining visa acquisitions for investors interested in Nigeria. This decision was announced by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, following the Federal Executive meeting held at the Council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja, on Tuesday. Idris highlighted the need for this initiative, stating Nigerian visa processes are becoming cumbersome, adding that the ease of doing business is also tied to visa processes. He said going forward, those investors, tourists would find it today and extended into Tuesday was described as productive, with many important decisions being made. Minister Idris announced the continuation of the meeting, adding that a lot of far-reaching decisions were being taken and that detailed conclusions will be shared after its conclusion. The federal government has launched a solid mineral resources support system for investors and intended investors in Nigeria and across the globe. While speaking during the launch ceremony, the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, expressed delight over the move, while stating that the support system will enhance the ease of doing business in the solid minerals sector. He explained that the portal served as a one-stop shop for investors and intending on a financial control the Solid Mineral Development Fund. Taking into cognizance the economic hardship in the country, the minister appealed to Nigerians to bear with the reforms and policies, saying it is for the greater good. Meanwhile, the Minister of Interior, Sunji Ojo, who was also present at the ceremony alongside other top management staff of the ministry, as well as foreign and local investors, applauded the ministry for the reforms being witnessed so far. President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima will henceforth pay the required fees at toll gates whenever they use the nation's airports. This came as the Federal Executive Council meeting he presided over at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, approved that there should be no more exemption granted to users of the airports from paying toll gate fees. The approval was made following a memorandum presented to the Council by the Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, who argued that the government was losing over 82% of the revenue it should have earned from the e-tags that provide access to the toll gates. He explained that the memoranda had initially prescribed an exemption for only the President and Vice President before Tinubu overruled and directed that both of them should be included among those that must pay. Keyamo, who disclosed this at the post-FEC media briefing, regretted that very important persons with money who should pay are those that have not been paying, noting that only poor people had been charged for using the toll gates. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has threatened a nationwide strike. The union decried the failure of the federal government to appoint governing councils for federal universities. The union also faulted what it described as the nonchalant attitude of the President Bola Tinubu-led federal government to matters